Hey everyone, happy game day. Today we're going to be making beef rotel dip, my favorite, and stuffed biscuits. Let's get started. So what you're going to need to make the beef rotel dip is 1 pound of ground beef. I do lean. The spices that you like to season. 1 can of rotel tomatoes. It can be store brand or the actual brand rotel. We do the hot habanero. 1/2 cup of fresh pico. 1 block of shredded Monterey Jack cheese, and 1/2 can of extra chilies. And then of course the star of the dish, cubed Velveeta. And this is about, I think this is the 16-ounce package. So I've already actually cooked my beef, and what I used to season it was the easy onion, garlic powder, this hamburger spices. This is really good. It just makes hamburger taste really great. And Cajun seasoning. So I've already preheated the oven to 375, and I'm just going to add all the ingredients to the dish. And you can just kind of pile it right on in there. And again, I actually shredded this cheese from the block. It just melts a lot better that way. Rotel. I did not drain my rotel. And the fresh pico. The pico is a good twist on this because it has fresh jalapenos, onions, and more tomato. It's just really good. So now that we have the ingredients, we're just gonna pop it in the oven for about 30 minutes at 375, but you're gonna have to watch it and stir probably every 5 minutes as the cheese melts. So while the rotel dip is cooking, we're gonna make stuffed biscuits. I think people call them biscuit bombs these days, but I've always just called them stuffed biscuits. What you're gonna need is 1 can of refrigerated biscuit dough. This is just the flaky, grand Pillsbury brand kind. Cooked bacon, jalapenos, and cubed Monterey Jack cheese, a little butter and salt. So let me show you how to make a few. First, we're gonna spray the dish just so the biscuits don't stick. I've just used the extra olive oil spray. And then you'll start, these are so easy to assemble. You're just gonna start by taking the biscuit dough, 1 piece of cheese, some bacon, and I just usually do 1 jalapeno. And then you're just gonna wrap it into like a ball until it's all the way covered. And really, I mean, there's no really perfect science to this, but I just try to roll it until it forms a pretty good size ball. All right, I'll just finish making the rest. Okay, so once you're done assembling the biscuits, I guess that makes about, I don't know, 15, 16, something like that. You're gonna need to brush it with butter. And normally I would put, or other times I have put garlic powder or, pizza seasoning or something like that. But these actually are honey butter biscuits. Honey and jalapeno and like the sweet and spicy, I really like that combination. So I'm just gonna do a simple butter and salt. And you'll want to make sure you get all the way around. I'll probably go back over this to make sure that the balls are covered. And probably just not waste any butter. Just put it all on there.
There you go.
It's a sin to waste butter, I guess. All right, just a little bit of salt, not too much. And hey, feel free to add any other kind of spices that you like. Okay, so now we're ready to place the biscuits in the oven along with the rotel dip. So you're gonna put this in the oven for 375 for about 10 to 12 minutes. Just watch the tops. As soon as they're golden brown, they're done. Okay, so everything's out of the oven, and I have to say I'm super excited about the cheese dip. It looks awesome.
It does.
So sometimes it comes out too thick, and if that's the case, add a little bit of milk to thin it out, maybe like a tablespoon or 2. If it's too thin, you can add a little bit of flour, but this is perfect. It's perfect. To serve, we usually just do pretzels and chips. You can add veggies, anything. And then obviously the biscuits look awesome. We're gonna let those cool off before we dig in. But hope everyone has a great game day, and go Tigers.
Go Tigers.